Hello everybody, welcome to Food Day 5. Today we're learning about count and non-count nouns and we're studying food. Let's practice using a and the, some for count and non-count. Let's listen to some music. Do you want an apple for snack? Can I have a glass of water? He wants beans and rice. I need some advice. When we talk about quantities with count or no, with non-count nouns, we can use a and the plus the measure word of and the noun. A bag of flour, a bottle of juice, a bowl of fruit, a box of cereal, a bunch of snow or a bunch of bananas, a can of corn, container of rice, a cup of tea, a gallon, 2 gallons, 4 gallons of water, a glass of milk, a jar of honey, a loaf of bread, a piece of cake, a pound of coffee. Remember, pound is like 2 kilos. A slice of pie, tablespoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of salt. These are the measure word plus of. Don't forget to use a, an, or a number. Okay, let's practice. Coffee. Let's see, what do we have? Piece, can, loaf, container, bottle, glass, box, gallon or liter, cup, bowl. Okay, I can have a cup of coffee. Yeah, cup of coffee. A cup of milk. I could have a cup of milk, a bowl of milk, a gallon of milk. Ice cream, we can get a gallon, a bowl, a container, a carton. I think maybe container, a container of ice cream. Cereal comes in a box, or I can have a bowl, a box of cereal. Yogurt comes in a container or carton, a bowl. Yeah, maybe container. A container of yogurt. Have I used bowl yet? Container of ice cream. Yeah, I'll use bowl for yogurt is fine too. Bread, slice or loaf, a loaf of bread. Gas, we buy by the gallon, a gallon of gas. Tuna, a can of tuna. Coke, a glass of Coke. And candy, a piece of candy. Sometimes there's more than one correct answer for each one. That's okay. Watch this video to learn more food packaging words. We have a box of cereal, crackers, cake, tea, bag of apples, sugar, chocolate chips, a carton of orange juice, milk, ice cream, eggs. Cartons are made of paper. A can of Coke, of beans, of tomatoes. Next we have package. This is the most general word. A package of bacon, package of nuts, a package of cookies, and a jar of jam, applesauce, pickles, or tomato sauce. Next we have a bottle of water, bottle of beer, bottle of Coke, a bottle of wine. Okay, head. A head of cabbage, head of cauliflower, a head of broccoli, a head of garlic. A bunch of bananas, a bunch of kale, a bunch of grapes. Next is a stalk of celery, a stalk of kale, a stalk of dill, a basket of berries, basket, And a funny one is ear of corn. Next, one piece of garlic is called a clove. Clove of garlic. A fillet of fish. A stick of butter or gum. A loaf of bread. A container of butter, container of yogurt, a container of cookie dough. Next is a canister of coffee, canister of sugar, a canister of tea. Okay, next we have a brick of cheese. What is this called? A tin of cookies, a tin of fish, a tin of Spam. And last is wedge, a wedge of cheese, lime, lemon, and jug, a jug of orange juice or a jug of syrup. Next, let's answer some questions about food. What do you like to eat for breakfast? We start the sentence, I like to eat. Then you put the foods, and at the end, for breakfast. I like to eat oatmeal for breakfast. I like to eat eggs, meat, and toast for breakfast. I like to eat fruit and yogurt with granola for breakfast. So here put the words of the food you like. Don't forget to use and comma if you're making a list. What do you like to eat for lunch? I like to eat. Then you can put the foods, use a comma if you're making a list. And something else for lunch. I like to eat sandwich, chips, fruit, and salad for lunch. I like to eat soup and bread for lunch, like that. Okay, next, what do you like to eat for dinner? We'll use the same sentence structure. I like to eat. For dinner. Remember, if you're making a list, use commas and the word and. I like to eat meat, vegetables, salad, and bread for dinner. I like to eat pasta, salad, and vegetables for dinner. I like to eat rice, meat, and vegetables for dinner, like that. What foods do you think are healthy? You can write or speak. Remember, you can push speak. I think fruit and vegetables are healthy, but I also think that whole grains and lean proteins are healthy. Do you think it's important to eat healthy foods? I think it is important to eat a balanced diet of healthy foods and delicious treats. And then say why. I think food is important in our daily life to give us energy and to enjoy the people we love. Finally, we have a reading practice. This is a story called The Best Sound. There is a famous king. He likes to talk. He and his friends talk about many things. His friends ask, "What is the best sound in the world?" One man answers, "The sound of a flute." "No," says the other man, "the sound of a tambourine is best." The third man says, "No, the sound of the drum is best." The king says nothing. 3 days go by and he invites his friends to dinner. When the friends enter the room, there isn't any food on the table. The king's musicians play for hours, but still there isn't any food. 5 hours go by and the friends are now very hungry. Finally, the king calls his waiters. The waiters bring a big pot of food. The king hits the top of the pot with the spoon and says, "The sound of dishes when you're hungry is the best sound." What did the king and his friends talk about? The best sound in the world. What does the king do after 3 days? Invite his friends for dinner. What's the problem when the friends arrive? There's no food, not any food on the table. What do the waiters bring to the table? A big pot of food. What is the best sound in the world? Dishes of food when you're hungry. That's all for today. Great work. Please remember to save your work if you're not quite done. And when you're completely finished, push hand in work and submit. Thanks. Have a great day.